I was raised by a single mother, and I would spend every other weekend at my father's house. And I remember telling a few of my classmates that he started making me watch pornography with him. But none of them said or did anything about that. And then I remember telling a few closer friends that he started touching me. And still, nothing. And this continued and got worse for 3 years until I finally worked up the courage to tell my mom. She got me out of the situation and got me the help that I needed. 3 years of abuse and bystanders who didn't know how to help. My name is Jamie Syverson. I work for the Women's Crisis Center. For 40 years, we've provided services to women, men, and children who've been hurt by sexual or domestic violence. And my job is teaching high schoolers a violence prevention program called Green Dot. And I do this work because I know my story's not the only one. In fact, when I ask my students through anonymous polling if they've ever been a victim of sexual assault or dating violence or child abuse or bullying, more than 65% answer yes. That's more than half of our kids facing some sort of violence. Historically, violence prevention programs have been taught as if the students are already victims or perpetrators. And as you can imagine, this didn't do much to actually reduce violence. But what we know is that most of the time when these types of violence occur, there are people along the way who see it, hear it, or suspect that it's happening. And what we do that's different is we give power to those people to stop violence before it occurs or gets worse. We teach students to recognize high-risk situations as bystanders, and then we give them the tools to intervene in a variety of ways based on their strengths and obstacles. Our success can be seen in the results of a 5-year CDC study that showed that schools where we've taught Green Dot had a definite reduction of violence, sometimes by up to 50%. And I just wish we could have taught the students around Brandy, the high school student who shot herself in front of her family after being constantly bullied online. Or what if we could have reached Ron, the local high school student who was relentlessly bullied and sadly took his own life 1 month before we launched Green Dot in his school. And his brother's actually one of my students and joined Green Dot as a tribute to him. I've given my life to this work because I don't want what happened to us to keep happening to other people. The $15,000 we're requesting would allow us to reach at least 150 more students at our 10 area schools at no cost to the schools themselves. So please, help us teach students to recognize and prevent situations like Brandy's and Ron's and like mine. Thank you.